Hi guys, welcome back again to our YouTube channel. And my name is Pamela.
And my name is Wilson. Welcome back again to our channel. We want to welcome you back again, and we call upon you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Connect Kenya Uganda. Yeah, thanks for those who have subscribed. And the only way to give us a push is through subscribing. Give us a comment down to let us know what is working and what is still needs to be improved, or where we need to put our emphasis most. So today we have something that is more interesting, and Pam is going to introduce it to you. What are we talking about today?
So, our topic for today, we're gonna talk about what is interesting. One of the interesting thing that is for Uganda and for Kenya.
Yeah, all in short, we will say what makes you proud to
Proud
be a
to-
Kenyan,
yeah.
and what makes me proud to be a Ugandan.
Ugandan.
Yeah. So we'll begin with you, Pam. What makes you proud to be a Kenyan?
One of the things that makes me proud to be a Kenyan is the weather,
Good.
because we have like the best weather, the
Yeah,
most amazing
true.
weather.
That is
And I just came to appreciate the weather once I'm outside I'm outside Kenya.
good. Yeah.
Because before I thought it's normal, but it's not, the fact that we really don't use AC and we really don't use the heaters, I believe it's a privilege.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, for me that's like the most interesting thing.
That is cool. Anyway, for me, I will say this is like a disclaimer, because people say that being born a Ugandan is like a hassle. It's like a hassle itself because of the challenges and the hurdles that you go through. But then at the end of it all, there's a lot of good things that make someone feel proud of being a Ugandan. So first, I will say, like, for example, it's not pride or like how people say it, but we have the longest serving president. it's
It makes you proud to be
it's-
Ugandan because you have the longest serving
it
president.
sounds like Ugandans are not serious. Like, how do you accept to be with the president for all that
For all
much
those
time?
years.
But
I mean, it's boring.
when it
Is it not boring?
when it's hard by someone, it's like it's really makes someone to be proud, because leadership is not really something that is so easy, regardless of the challenges that come in and the expectations from the people. So if the leadership doesn't change, like for that long period of time, and you have the same person that is taking leadership, it calls even other people's attention to come and be like, you guys, how is that possible that
How
you're
does
having
it,
the same leader?
Do you guys have elections?
Yes. So it makes me somehow feel proud because of that we attract other people's attention. Yeah.
For me, like when we were in school, we used to learn about the presidents, and like of different countries, and mostly it will be Uganda, Tanzania, but I remember in
But
Tanzania.
Kenya also was with the Arab Moi.
No.
With Moi, the
No.
time of Moi.
No. When I was in school,
Moi
it wasn't the time of Moi.
okay.
The time I was in school, it was a different president.
Yeah.
It was the time of Kibaki. I never went to school the time of Moi. I was still not yet born.
But the time of Moi also.
Yeah,
There
I
was
think
that time Kenya
yeah,
was because of Moi.
yeah, they had one president for some
For
time.
some time.
Yeah, for some time, for many years, and whenever they'll do the election, it will be like the same person. So, okay, the most interesting thing is that what I remember on my primary school is that I remember reading about the same president for like the rest of my school year, but it never clicked to me that this person has been president for all these years,
Yeah.
Yeah, but true. I remember in like my entire school life, I never changed as who is the president of Uganda. But for Tanzania, I would remember like it changed at one point. Yeah, but it never clicked to me that this guy never come out of the seats. Yeah.
So that is, I don't know, it's a credit or not a credit, but we cannot skip to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yes, and then besides that, I will talk about the infrastructure in Uganda. We were in Uganda last time.
Yeah.
You could see that much as they are struggling, but there are some areas that are really well developed. Look
the
at
roads are
this.
amazing.
Yeah, when you look at this express highway, the roads are good. The roads are good compared to how it used to be before.
Yeah.
And how it is right now. So I really feel proud of how the development in the infrastructure has been, the kind of buildings or the kind of comparison that you have when you see the roads right now that are emerging in Uganda, and the roads that you see when you travel like outside Uganda. Like if you come to Dubai, it's not really comparable, like you will compare them exactly, but at least you have an image of what they have right now and where they look up to.
Like they can see there's a journey and there's some achievement which has been done, which is great. And then one thing I liked about the roads, one thing, the expressway, it's way cheap than the expressway in Kenya. And I saw, like, I think there's a price for small car and there's a price for big cars, right? Because I saw it's around, I'm not sure, but I saw it's around $1.5 per pass, right?
It's like it's 50 dirhams. It's like 50 dirhams, if I'm to say, if I'm to talk in dirhams.
After how long?
Dollars,
for how long? 50? No.
I think it's per journey.
50.
I'm really not so sure about the price. We will not discuss more about the price.
It's too much. It's $1.5.
It's 5, not 50. Sorry, it's 5 dirhams.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5 dirhams. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it can be 5 dirhams, but not 50.
Yeah, it's $1.5. True.
Yeah, $1.5.
Sorry about the price.
Because in Kenya, I believe it's $2 dollars. It's way more, but the price it's constant for all the cars. Like, doesn't matter. Like if you're driving a small car, you driving a big car or what you are, or it's a public transport vehicle. No, it doesn't matter. Like the price is all the same. So I like that the price is much lower. Yeah, so it's much affordable for most of the people. Yeah. And then I forgot one point about the weather, something interesting. So one time my friend asked me, my friend who is not a Kenyan, who is from one of the Asian countries, and he told me that he thought that in Africa people are dark because it's like super hot. You know, like it's super hot. So I was like, which Africa are you talking about? Because from America it gets hot sometimes. We have, like, you can say summer, but not crazy hot. You know? It's not like it will be hot day and night. It will only be hot during the day, and during the night it will be like very cold. You know. So yeah, that's something I'm proud of. Because
usually these people attribute the color to the heat.
Oh yeah.
Because see, like, for them to tan the color, they have to go and sit in the sun. The sun, sorry, to tan.
Yeah.
That's why you see them going to the beaches for like so much. So besides that, what else makes you proud of being a Kenyan?
Being a Kenyan, I think it's the patriotism of Kenyan. Like, I mean, Kenyans are so patriotic. Like, you cannot say anything negative about Kenya. Otherwise, they will come for you. I'll say, I showed you one clip.
Yeah.
Okay, currently there's this AFCON match which has been happening. And there was this one guy, he's from South Africa. He just asked, like, where are Kenyans in the AFCON? Of course, Kenyan don't like football it's not in the blood.
They don't do so much.
They don't do so much in the football. So this guy was kind of criticizing Kenyan and saying that how come Kenyans are not in the football, yet they're always out there everywhere, they're seen everywhere, but people were really came out for this guy.
Mm.
And because they were like, we were not even the main character in the football. At least talk about other country, talk about Egypt, talk about Morocco. At least they are good in football. Talk about Algeria. I mean, it's talk about Ivory Coast, you know, because they are
Yeah, no.
yeah, for football. Why bring Kenya in football? Kenya has never been seen anywhere in football, you know, but really Kenyans came out and they were really defending.
They gave him level.
Yeah.
That is the simplest way
Yeah,
to say.
because it doesn't make sense. Like, why are you putting us in this class? So Kenyans are really patriotic, and one of the things that you're gonna see anywhere you find a Kenyan is the Kenyan bracelet,
Yeah.
which I have. Where you go, you'll find a Kenyan with this bracelet, whether in Kenya or outside Kenya. Like, it shows how patriotic we are for our country. And this bracelet, it's our national flag, you know. This is our national flag. This is how it look like. So most of the Kenyan, you'll find them having it. Some are rated Kenya, and some will choose to write like their names.
Yeah, you know, in line with that, I've seen a lot of people, like a lot of Kenyans. The only way to identify a Kenyan is with the bracelet.
Yeah.
And to my surprise, the time that I met with this Kenyan president, Mr. Ruto, somehow I saw him also, him being a president, but still has the audacity to have that on his hand. So this shows that really, not only the people, okay, all people have Kenya, their country, at heart.
Yeah.
Except the Ugandans, that you will not, if someone doesn't speak to you, you will not really identify if he's a Ugandan or not. Not that they are not patriotic.
Yeah, that's
true. In one way, but there is another different ways of showing patriotism.
Yeah.
And then another thing that I can add on to that about patriotism is that if you want trouble anywhere, or be it in social media or in real life, talk negative about Kenya. So that is when people will come out to shower you with all kind of insult, all kind of abuse. It's like, you can do whatever you want, but don't talk about Kenya, or don't put Kenya down.
In a negative way.
Let it be up.
Yeah.
So that is one of the things that I will always give credit about the Kenyans, that they have the love for their country.
Yeah.
Yes.
No matter how bad things are, they'll still, like, you know, they still want to stand by the country. Another thing I saw is that somebody asked, like, are Kenyan paid to market the country? Because if for example someone asks me, oh, you're from Kenya, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm from Kenya, and the first thing that someone knows about Kenya is maybe the safari, you know. And once someone bring out that topic, the next thing most Kenyans will do, they'll tell you, oh, we also have beaches, we have Indian Ocean, we have this, we have Nairobi National Park, we have this and this. So people will be like, are you guys paid to market the country or what? Yeah, so that's something so patriotic. And then another thing about this bracelet is that when you're walking on the road and someone sees you with it, you'll have to say hi.
Yeah.
Like Sasa, Mambo, Ukwaji, and then they will continue with their business. So for me, it's something good. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That is not actually, it's only for Kenya. It's not common with any other country that you will find them having that uniqueness that will identify them among others.
Yeah.
Yes. And also, another thing that I want to say that makes me proud of being a Ugandan. You talked about the sports involvement, all the involvement in sports for the Kenyans. Okay, each and every country, all these countries have like their sport that they major in, or that they are good in. If you talk about football, then you definitely will not talk about Kenya. But if you talk about athletics, the first person or the first country to speak about will be Kenya.
Yeah.
And then now Uganda sports, if you talk about football, much as we didn't appear in the AFCON, but still in the East Africa, we're still above all the other countries. Not just teams perform well and teams don't perform well sometimes, but in football, when it comes to football, I'm proud of it, and I'm proud of that in Uganda. if how you understand that people are so much into sports. If there is any football match in Uganda, even some business will not open. Like they will all go to support the Uganda Cranes. If they have their own match, they will all go to support the Uganda Cranes. You will see a lot of people on the streets walking.
Yeah.
Okay, now except Kenya, now Uganda, for them, all the people you will see on the streets, they will be wearing the Uganda Cranes jersey, the football jersey.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to mention.
Yes.
Because also here I've seen like the, what is it called? The Ugandan Cranes.
The Uganda Cranes jersey. The
jersey.
Uganda team
Yeah.
is called the Uganda Cranes.
I've seen so many people also as well with that jersey here as well. Like, because I don't think I've ever met a Ugandan who doesn't like football. I think all Ugandans like football.
Yes.
Like football is in their blood.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you talk about football, when you talk about sports, Uganda will be there for football.
Yeah.
In athletics they do, but the competition is sometimes it's between Uganda and Kenya when it comes to athletics. But when it comes to football, then we will not talk about Kenya. Uganda has to be the first. Sorry that don't come after me, don't
but it's
attack
true.
me. But now we're speaking about the reality that if you were in terms of athletics, Kenya will be high, Uganda will be down. And when it comes to football now Uganda will go up and Kenya will go down.
Yeah, because even I believe I saw the first Kenyan jersey with you.
Yeah.
This is nothing that I'm used to see because we really are not so much into football. Okay, there are people who watch football a lot, but it's not that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And besides this, like the Ugandan Cranes or the national team football, say for example in the Premier League, when most times when we're in Kenya and there's a Premier League match, you will rarely feel that there is a vibe for the football. But come to Uganda when like Arsenal is playing Manchester or Liverpool is playing with Arsenal, or like these big teams when they are playing each other, it's like a very big event, and you will hear sound everywhere, people cheering and people are even fighting for the game.
Yeah.
And these games are not even in Uganda; they are in Europe.
It's a Premier
so
League.
It's a Premier League. So the love that they have for sports is way much better than anything else.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. So another thing that I'm so proud of as a Kenyan is about our athlete, because I mean it's the major thing that when it comes to sports, I believe athlete is on top, and then the next thing that's also on top in Kenya is rugby. Rugby as well, and they're doing so well in sports. And on top of that, I would like to say rest in peace, Kiptum. He just passed away by road accident. He was one of the top marathoners in the country, and he was actually preparing to do some top world marathon. He's a world champion for marathon. So rest in peace, Kiptum.
Rest in peace.
So apart of marathon and rugby, that's the toppest.
The way to go in football.
Yeah, but
in
sports, yeah, that's the only. There's nothing else. Yeah.
So for me, I would like to talk about the food in Uganda. Food makes me proud of like announcing I'm Ugandan.
Yeah.
That when you go to Uganda, there's plenty of food everywhere. They are so blessed with the natural soil that even though you don't put efforts into to plant something or to take care of anything, like with putting manure and all kind of chemicals to the plants to grow up, food will grow automatically. There's a lot of people with like maize farms. Matoke is everywhere. Cassava is everywhere. That somebody will just cut the cassava from the garden and leave the plant there, and automatically it will grow up into another cassava. So there is always plenty of food everywhere. When you go to the markets, you will see that food is available.
It's available.
Yeah, there is no suffering that we don't have food. They always say that people who suffer because they don't have food are the lazy people. That even some will just find the land. Okay, it might be owned by someone, but if someone comes and just takes care of a small garden, they will not fail to have something to take out, like vegetables or the food that is simple for the people to harvest.
Because the land is
Yeah,
like
the
super
land is fertile.
And also, you haven't talked about the pineapple.
Yes. So everything
Oh,
is
yeah,
in
you
plenty.
talk about the pineapple in the months in Kenya. It's nothing. I
Mm.
mean, the pineapple in Uganda is super big. It's very big.
Yeah, true.
And it's very sweet.
Mm.
And you know, I also told you, like, the first time I saw a jackfruit, I saw it in Uganda. Like, I didn't know what is a jackfruit even before. Okay, I've heard of the name, but I had never seen the fruit. And then after I saw it in Uganda, then that is when I started to see it in Kenya. I don't know how, but I never saw it. I've never seen a jackfruit tree in Kenya.
Maybe it was there, but you never paid attention to it, or your mind never clicked that this fruit is eaten or is useful to
yeah, but still, I've never seen a tree. But in Uganda, I saw a lot of trees, the jackfruit trees.
Because
like they are everywhere.
They like jackfruit so much.
Yeah, and talk about the food. Oh my God, you haven't eaten the fish from Lake Victoria. Oh God, it's very nice and it's very big.
Yeah.
Super big. And it's like the normal fish.
Yeah.
It's very big. You know, in Kenya we have like the normal fish is like this small one. You know, it's the normal fish. But in Uganda, it's here. It's big. Yeah, so the food there is plenty and it's very affordable. It's very cheap. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I also wanted to talk about something that is not to skip all that. I cannot skip to say that makes me proud of being a Ugandan. Is about the River Nile.
Yeah.
Because the source of the River Nile or the origin of the River Nile is from Uganda. This is like the longest river in the world. It originates right from Uganda and it goes all the way to Egypt. So at least if someone doesn't know about Uganda, they will either be knowing about River Nile. If not River Nile, they will be knowing about Idi Amin.
Yeah.
If not about Idi Amin, they will know about Museveni. So all these legacies, at least, are some of the things that make me proud of clearly standing and declare or announce that I'm a Ugandan. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so I'll say another thing that makes me proud as a Kenyan is how accessible things are in Kenya. And I just came to realize, like for now, I don't need to buy anything from Dubai and take home because everything is much the same. When I check the price of importing, I really don't need to, you know, because what I find here is what I find at home. When I balance the price, it's kind of the same, you know. So like things are very accessible. So everything that you would like to have, you can have it. You know, you really don't need to import because there are so many people who are in business who like import things in like large amounts and they sell to the people. So it's so easy for you to get anything you want or any food you want. Like I would say since in Kenya so many people have moved to Kenya. So many people have moved to Kenya of recent. Like you go and you find someone and you'll tell you, no, I'm from Burundi. Oh, I'm from Tanzania. I'm from Uganda. Like I'm from Congo. So many people have moved to Kenya in the past, like I would say 3 years. So by this, you find that any type of food that you need, any cuisine, you'll find it.
Yeah.
If you want a Ugandan, you'll find a Ugandan restaurant. You know, if you want a Nigerian food, you'll find a Nigerian restaurant. Italian cuisine. If you want Peruvian, you're going to find it. Like it's so nice that if you want to eat any kind of food from any country, you can get it mostly in Nairobi. You'll get all type of cuisine. Yeah, so for me that's amazing thing because I don't need to travel outside until I want to taste some Italian food. I need to go. No, I can have it in Kenya. Yeah, and it's good that when other people travel to Kenya, they can, you know, they can enjoy that.
Yeah. Because of the diversity of the people. That is what I think.
Yeah.
That there is a lot of people that in Nairobi.
Yeah.
So being it that there is a lot of people, then that makes the market available for all these things. And then another thing in terms of availability of things is that unlike Uganda, Kenya is just close to the seaport.
Okay. Yeah.
It's close to the sea coastline that there is a lot of things that come in through the seaport and the things that are going out. So you will find out that in Uganda, why some things are not accessible is that Uganda is a landlocked country.
Yeah.
And most of the imports now come from China. And how you know China is that China, they have products they have all products, but according to the pricing. What you can afford, or the pricing is according to the material or the quality is according to how much you put in. So you will see that not all things are really accessible, and the ones that you will access are not really up to that kind of standard that you would prefer. But because they have to make it available, because there's a very limited number of people who can afford that price. The market is for, if it's a small market, they would deliver according to the size of the market. If it's a big market and like high paying market, the price will also, the quality will be high, because China produces for small and high. Yeah, that is the only the difference or the impact that we have being a landlocked country in Uganda.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and also besides that, I will talk about, you talked about the solidarity of the Kenyans, but I will also talk about the solidarity of the Ugandans. When you see demonstrations happening in Uganda, sometimes you have maandamano in Kenya, but you see that the peak at which you have your demonstration and the peak at which Ugandans have their demonstration is way different.
So different, yeah.
And you will see that in Uganda, in Kenya, like demonstrators are pampered, if I'm to say they are like pampered, but when it comes to Uganda, it's military rule. When you come out to demonstrate or to raise your voice, the government will handle you as a terrorist or someone who is coming in to disrupt the country peace. So there is zero tolerance to demonstration or things of that kind. So what I mean in this point is that much as there is a lot of force on people who come out to raise their voice, or people who come to demonstrate on what is not working well and what needs to be changed, and the pressure that they get from the government and the military, still people come out in large numbers to show their solidarity, that we are standing together to fight against something. That is not easy. So it's something that you will put out to say that they are solid people, like they are strong-hearted people. Only the strong can afford to come out to do such a thing.
When they know that the impact are on them.
When they know that the impact will not be good, because some will even end up losing their lives. If it's a demonstration, by all means, that there is a lot of people who will die, and so many people will be manhandled by police, because there is no joke if you come to riot or to demonstrate in Uganda. Yeah, so, but the solidarity the people show out to come out to riot or to raise their voice makes someone feel proud. It makes me feel proud, like, at least they don't sit behind and just keep quiet. They come out there to raise their voice, even though things don't work out the way they want, but at least they have shown a step that we are not fine because of ABC, and this is the step that we have taken.
Great. Okay. For me, I would say another thing that I'm proud of as a Kenyan is our transportation method. Okay, one thing is how accessible transport is and how cheap and affordable it is.
Yes.
Because there's a time I stayed in Kenya for almost a year, and one of the best things that happened is transport. Why? Because it's very cheap and easily accessible. If I want to go somewhere, I just order an Uber or a Bolt, and it's very cheap and it's affordable. All the time it's there, For me, that's something I'm really proud of. And I just order and then it will come just there in my house, I don't need to go to the road to wait for, for taxis and all that, that's one thing I'm proud of, that our Ubers and our Bolts are super cheap, very cheap. Another thing is like for example our transportation. Mostly we use buses and the matatus.
Matatu,
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm here, to be honest, I miss the buses, I miss the noise, I miss I miss the vibe. Because even if you're stuck in traffic, oh my god, you don't feel the traffic because of the vibe. Yeah, because of the vibe, and it's quite affordable and very comfortable, it's very comfortable, and if you are there you feel like you are, what can I say, you are in
heaven, or
yeah,
you are in a nightclub.
You are in a nightclub.
Like
yeah, you're in a nightclub, but then there is a choice.
Yeah,
there's always like a less noisy buses, and if you want to enjoy the music, you just go to the noisy one. That's something sometimes I miss when I'm here, trust you.
Yeah, but sorry to interrupt you, but for me, my observation is that people like the vibed ones, the quiet one, because of how they are pimped, like the screens inside. There are some here in Dubai, there are some kind of limousine companies that do like moving parties, that do like small parties of 10 or 5, like that, in limousine, are the ones that have that kind of vibe, but not
and the light, and they'll keep the blue light, pink light.
Yes.
And also I love the way they do the graffiti outside. It's so creative of them that they can, put pictures of people, and you can see it's pure art.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like pure art for me.
The pimping.
The pimping is too much, but it's something really good and different. Yeah. And on top of that, of the transport, one of the other thing I know I'm proud of, I know other people they don't like, but for me, me personally, for the service, KQ always. For me, Kenya Airways is, for me, is the best airline for me to travel on. Reason being, they will give me a lot of kgs.
You have the privilege.
I have the privilege of, as a Kenyan. And then another thing that why I like to travel with KQ, when I'm leaving from here at DXB airport, it's not far.
Yes, true.
If I'm traveling with Emirates, I have to walk in the airport, like to the terminal, to the Emirates terminal. It's very far compared to KQ. So for me, that's a plus. And imagine how many kg of luggage do I have, and my hand luggage. I have hand luggage 10 kg, and I have my handbag. So I don't want to really walk for all that long. Another thing I love about Kenya Airways is when I arrive in Kenya, the gate for, what is it, checkout? The checkout. There's no much queue. Why? Most of the people that use KQ to Kenya, they're on transit. But when you come with Emirates, it's the queue is very big because everybody is coming to Kenya. Everybody in that flight. Yes. And when you go also to collect your luggage, my God, it's also a disaster. That's why I don't like to travel with other airline. I like to travel with Kenya Airways if mostly I'm going to Kenya, because even like when you go to collect your luggage in the Kenya Airways, it's very easy because there's not many people. You find your bag like very easily because it's not much people. Like the checkout for me is easy, so smooth. Yeah, because at the same time I'm tired, I want to go home and rest. So that's, for me, it's a plus. I love Kenya Airways, and of recent I love their service. It's good.
Improving.
Yes, it's good, and the price is also very cheap comparing to Emirates. But sometimes you find the Emirates is lower than Kenya Airways. Sometimes it's happened, but Kenya Airways all the way.
But we are not here to promote Kenya Airways.
We're not here to. No, it's something I'm proud of because I'm Kenyan, and this is like a national airline. So I'm proud of Kenya Airways. That's why I always travel with Kenya Airways. Always, If unless otherwise, like last time,
Mm.
I didn't have an option, so I had traveled with Emirates. But oh my God, the gate where it is, yeah.
Okay, put aside Kenya Airways and the hassles that you have on the flight.
Mm.
So for me, what makes me proud of being a Ugandan is coming from the area that has the biggest lake, Lake Victoria.
Yeah.
So you've already talked before about the importance of Lake Victoria,
Yeah.
or the impact of the Lake Victoria. It's that anytime you go to the lake, you will
You
take
get
out the fish
yeah.
as this much size. So fish is one of the things that you will give credit to Lake Victoria. That is one, and the water is always available. Like there is no issues that Lake Victoria will ever dry up in a certain moment of time or whatever. So there is not really so much issues about water. That is another plus, and then also the beaches that are surrounding to Lake Victoria, which will give people jobs and also attract people to come in the country. So Lake Victoria is a plus.
And another thing I would add on that is that it's a freshwater lake.
Yes.
That's, for me, it's a plus, because I don't really like to go to salty beaches, because I always get sick. So for me, that's a plus. Yeah.
It's fresh water, it's not salty water.
Yeah, it's not salty water.
That's why it's like harboring a lot of fish species that don't like, that survive easily, because in the water there is nothing that will eat the fish. They are not like in the oceans where there are sharks that are fighting the small fish. No. So all the fish will grow up without any disturbance. The only disturbance is from us who go to there to eat the fish. But besides that, the fish will grow normally. Yeah.
Yes, I think for me, I think I've already exhausted all the points.
Me, I cannot exhaust the points
about
Uganda, because there is a lot to talk about. I cannot live without talking about the equator.
Oh yeah.
The line of the equator that crosses from Uganda. So it's just in between the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. That some of the points to talk about the equator is that it's the only area where you will find that the defying of the gravity. Yeah. That if water is moving in a clockwise, when you go to the equator, to the center line, it will be moving anti-clockwise. If you push something to go forward, it will be going backwards. Yeah. So that is also something that you cannot skip to talk about, because it's not really common. You will not find so many places with that privilege, because see, it's 0 degrees. It's cut across 0 degrees. That the counting begins from there, then you will begin to count on other countries.
It starts from
it starts from Uganda.
Okay.
Yes. So that also makes me feel proud, and then also the hospitality of the people.
Yeah.
When you go to Uganda, that is when you know that there is a lot of people who are so hospitable. That everywhere you go. Last time we were talking and you talked about when we went to the Matatu. Like people don't know you, but everyone will come to greet you. Like they will not sit beside you and they will not say hi. Even though you don't understand what they say, but they will take the initiative at least to greet you.
And yet I'm a stranger.
Yes. So the hospitality of the people is a credit. I cannot say that they are bad. There are bad people, there are some who are bad or not. But when it comes to being hospitable, they are ranked number 1. That is not compared to anyone.
Yeah, because for me that's something really different. Because from where I come from, we don't do that. Like we don't really like treat strangers unless you can come talk to me as a stranger. You can go talk to someone as a stranger, but we really don't go greeting.
Yeah. There is always that distance, because one thing that I observed in Nairobi, everyone is minding their own business. Everyone is in a rush for their business. This one is looking for this, and then they will not even have time to stand on the street and look at you, or
what the hell,
come and help you when you're stranded. No, they don't have time for that.
Even river alone that, but I'll tell you, once you're in Nairobi, you cannot ask for direction from people walking. You can go to a shop, ask. You can ask security people who are always around, or the police who are always around. But you cannot ask someone walking. Even me, you cannot ask me if I'm walking in the road and then someone comes to ask me. No, I go like I've not seen you. I don't know maybe who you really are. So I think it's a habit which people in Nairobi have it, because we really don't. Even someone, if you can call me, hey, I will not even look at you. I will hear, but I will go straight, because I don't know, maybe you want to steal from me, you know. So yeah.
But now that is not the case in Uganda. In Uganda, everyone will be willing and genuinely coming to help you if you're stranded or if you're stuck. So that's one credit that we should give to them, that they're always hospitable, that they like to help.
To help.
Yes. So basing on that, I think I will not give so much credit to Uganda, but not to give the credit to Kenya. She's proud of being a Kenyan, and I'm also proud of being a Ugandan, because of the points that we have really given up, and so many that we cannot even put out because of the time that we have to make the video. But all in all, I just want to say thank you for those who have subscribed to our YouTube channel. We're still pushing on for more subscribers, and big thanks to whoever is watching this video. If you are watching for the first time, there's a lot of videos that we have uploaded before. So if you want to really understand what our content is about, what we are looking up to, what is happening in Kenya, what is happening in Uganda, and what is happening in the rest of the world, so it's much better you go back and watch our videos. Give a comment below and hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed. Leave a like, give us a thumbs up so that we get the push to continue making videos more and more and more. And then as we in the new year, we have a lot of things that we're planning to give you, so don't miss out. The only way you can keep in touch with us is to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So I remain Wilson alongside.
It's me, Pamela, again, and kindly guys, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be more than happy if you do that. We want to have at least by the end of the year, we'll have a lot of subscribers. And thank you guys for watching our channel.
Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Bye.